Everything that surrounds us has shape, line, volume, surface area, curve, and some other aspect of geometry. So in this lesson, we'll tackle all about the geometric design, especially in recognizing and analyzing geometric shapes. Hi, I am Gabriel Luis as Filipinas, and for today's lesson, we will deeply understand what is geometric design. So what comes in your mind when you hear the word geometry? Some of you may say it is part of mathematics, and some may say that it is the study of the size, shapes, position, and dimensions. All of your answer is correct. And for today's lesson, we will be tackle all about the geometric design. So it is the focuses on the simplistic beauty of mixing certain shapes, lines, and curves together for creative results. So geometric design, you may see it in a fresh tattoo designs, abstract backgrounds, and even in a jewelry design. Geometric design are one of the most visually appealing forms in graphic design. So, geometric shape designs with circles, triangles, squares, rectangles, and many other shapes often combine to form beautifully intricate patterns. Also, geometry is a branch of mathematics that is that studies the sizes, the shapes, position, angles, and dimensions of things. Flat shapes like squares, circles, and triangles are a part of flat geometry and are called as 2D shapes. Geometry affects us even in the most basic detail of our lives. Whatever form we use, it helps us to understand specific phenomena and to uplift the quality of life. In recognizing and analyzing geometric shapes have fascinated many people throughout history in the field of arts, science, engineering, interior designing, and many other professions. So mathematics may have constructed ideal representations of these shapes and develop methods in obtaining the measurements of lengths, one dimension, areas, two dimension, and volumes, three dimensions. So we say a lot about shapes without actually understanding what they are, and how can we identify them. When it comes to geometric shapes, it is incredibly easy to compare them because they have a certain and specific figures which is easy to identify. So in geometric shapes, it can be defined as figure or area closed by a boundary which is created by combining the specific amount of curves, points, and lines. So for the polygon, is a two-dimensional shape with straight sides. It can classified according to the number of its sides, such as a three-sided shape called triangle and a four-sided shape called quadrilateral. So in a simple or complex, a simple polygon has only one boundary and never crosses over itself, while complex polygon intersects itself. As we can see in the picture, the simple polygon is they don't have a cross line, while on the other hand, the complex intersects itself. Convex and concave. So a convex polygon has no angle pointing inward with a 180 degrees. Uh, if the degrees is greater than 180, then it is called concave. Regular and irregular. So irregular angle are all equal sides, while if the sides are not equal, it is called regular. So the regular angle, it is seen in the picture that it has all it has an equal sizes, while in the other hand, the irregular is not is don't have a uh, equal sizes. So interior angles of a polygon. It is the angle inside a shape In general, for a polygon with n sides, the sum of the internal angles is equal to n minus 2 times 180 degrees. And if the polygon is regular, the measurement of the angle is equal to n minus 2 times 100 degree over n. The sum of the exterior angle of a polygon is 300 degrees. The interior and exterior angle of each vertex on a polygon add up to 180 degrees. For example, this table, the triangle has 3 sides. As we can see in a triangle, one on the up, then sat down, they have 2 sides. So equals to 3. The sum of the internal angles has 180 degrees. In measurement of each angle for a regular polygon for the triangle is 60 degrees. And so on. The quadrilateral, the pentagon, hexagon, and many other polygons. Just count the sides, the internal angles, and the measurement of each angle for regular polygon. For the solid, a solid or form is the geometry of a three-dimensional space, the kind of space we live in. So there are 3 dimensions: the width, the depth, and the height. Solid have properties such as volume and surface area. So for the volume example, how much water it could hold for a container. And for the surface area is think of the area that would have to paint, that you have to paint. So there are 2 types, the polyhedra and non-polyhedra. For the Platonic solid is a convex polyhedron whose faces are all congruent convex regular polygons. A convex polyhedron whose faces are all congruent convex. So there are 5 Platonic solid: the tetrahedron, the cubic, the octahedron, the dodecahedron, and the icosahedron. So for the tetrahedron, it has 4 faces. As we can see, one sa itaas, isa. Sa side naman, tatlo, 1, 2, and 3. So equals to 4 faces. For the vertices, it has 4 and 6 edges. Sa cube naman, it has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. For the octahedron, it has 8 faces, 6 vertices, 12 edges. As we can see, it has 8 faces because 1, 2, 3, and 4. And sa ibaba, another 4. And the dodecahedron, it has 12 faces, 6 on the upper, and 6 na naman sa baba. And 20 vertices and 30 edges. The icosahedron, it has 20 faces, 12 vertices, and 30 edges. So, Euler's formula. It states that F plus V minus E is equal to 2. This formula works only on solids that do not have any holes and do not intersect itself. It cannot also be made up of 2 pieces stuck together, such as 2 stuck together by 1 vertex. For the F, it represents the faces, while the V is for the vertices or corners, and the E is for the edges. So in this table, this is an example of the Euler's formula. For the tetrahedron, it has 4 faces, plus for the vertices plus 4, minus 6 for the edges is equal to 2. As well as the cube, 6 minus 8, 6 plus 8 rather, minus 12 equals to 2, and so on. For the prism, a polyhedron whose sides are all flat, it is classified as a regular prism because the cross-section of each is a regular polygon. An irregular prism is one whose cross-section is an irregular polygon. This is an example. For the square prism, it has a square. For the triangular, it has triangle. And cube, square, pentagon, pentagonal cross-section is pentagon. For the irregular pentagonal prism, this is an example. Pyramid, a polyhedron made by connecting a base to an apex. So for the base of triangle, it is called triangular pyramid in the first picture. The second picture, for it has a base of square, so it is called a square pyramid. And the third picture is a pentagon, which is called the pentagonal pyramid. In a non-polyhedra, these are the examples. First is the sphere, a perfectly round object in a three-dimensional space. Second is the cylinder, a three-dimensional solid object bounded by a curved surface and two parallel circles of equal size at the ends. The torus, a solid formed by revolving a small circle along a line made by another circle. And another one is the cove. It's made by rotating a triangle. The triangle has to be right-angled triangle, and it gets rotated around one of its two short sides. So as we can see, it is a triangle. It is shaped like that. So when you roll it, it will become a cone. So in recognizing and analyzing geometric shapes, these are the examples. For the square is a quadrilateral in which all its sides have equal length and all the four corners are right angled. So 4 lines of the square are symmetry and all angles are equal to 90 degrees. For a circle is a shape wherein all points have the same distance from the center. So as you can see, this is a circle, and at the center, it has all equal distance from this point at the center. A rectangle is a plane shape with 4 sides. It is a 4-sided polygon with opposite side parallel. So a rectangle can be also called as quadrilateral as it has 4 sides. Also, the diagonals of the rectangle are also congruent to each, and they bisect each other at their point or intersection. Next is the triangle. It's a simple closed curve or polygon which is created by 3 line segments. So there are 3 types of triangle: the acute, the right angle, and the obtuse. The acute is triangle, which are all triangle are acute. And the right angle, wherein one particular angle is a right angle. While in the obtuse, which angle stays obtuse. And lastly is the pentagon. It is a geometric 2-dimensional shape with 5 sides. As we can see in the picture, it has 5 sides: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sa baba. And 5 angles. So a pentagon have 5 straight sides that do not overlap. So if the pentagon, kunwari hindi na siya nag-overlap or not connected, kunwari na-curve ang isa, then it is not called as a pentagon. And that's all for this lesson. I hope na marami kayo natutunan and sana na naintindihan niyo. Thank you.